fear is by far a better motivator than anything else. It's not misery eating clean.
Nothing tastes as good as being skinny.
Just lift heavy circles.
I think people are afraid of losing comfortability.
You will grow substantially. Welcome to the Peachcast. Just another day.
Episode 10.
Is it actually?
It is. It's
Wow.
10. It's been 10 whole weeks. We're 1/5 of the way through the year. Well, 1/5 of the way through podcasting.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
If you could guess what monster I'm drinking, then
It's not peach.
Ultra Peach.
Ultra peach. Ooh, fancy.
The best zero sugar drink is not Baja Blast. That's the second.
No.
The best is sorry, you've never had it. My people drink it all. It was the Code Red.
Code Red.
Code Red Zero Sugar. The only place to get it out of Ohio. Got it shipped to me. And the shipping costs like over $100. Don't ask why. But it's good. Code Red is worth it, just to let you know.
It's great. It's great.
It actually tastes just like the regular Code Red.
I will tell you what though, I'm gonna save that for later. There is a difference in sodas. I try not to drink diet soda very much anymore, just because I went through a whole phase of like diet soda where I was drinking like a case like every 2 days. So that's pretty much
sounds
what
about
you
right.
do. Yeah, that's what you do. And I don't know, it just it all started just tasting like aspartame. It just gets the same flavor on anyone you drink. It just tastes like chemicals eventually. But I will say there is a difference between any other Diet Coke and then there's McDonald's Diet Coke. Something about McDonald's Diet Coke, it's the best Diet Coke out there.
Carbonation.
I don't know what it is.
I think it just spikes and you're just like,
I think they have a secret
It's like,
supply.
do you know when you get the needle and you're just like, you're just like, oh, feels good. Eyes roll in the back of your head. Like, this stuff feels good. And you start coughing because the trend cough.
Because the trend cough.
You know,
is that a thing?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Oh.
Maybe I do. I'm just joking. I am natural. Naturally enhanced. No, just... I can't. Because people are going to actually think I'm not natural.
What is he?
Tell me.
Natural.
No, I am natural.
You wish he was enhanced.
I don't know. Should I hop on the sauce?
Nah, stay natural. It's good for you.
Stay natural, kids. Anybody that's even not into bodybuilding or into like lifting in general, I try to explain to them the best I possibly can on why it's in my head, at least, like on why I want to go on hand. Somebody that's not into lifting, I'd say, hey, like I'm actually thinking, like it'd be not actually like thinking about it. I think you think about it, but you're not actually going to do it because I'm too much of a pussy to do it. But if I were to go to someone random and I was like, hey, like I'm thinking about hopping on the sauce, they would be like, oh, no, why would you do that to yourself? There's no reason, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, I try to explain to them, like humans naturally want to keep growing, either physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Always wanting growth. If you have $1 million, you want 2 million. If you weigh 180 pounds, you want to weigh 170 pounds. Like your brain naturally, that's just what we do as humans. So for lifting and bodybuilding, for example, like you get to such a standpoint because you're growing. Like when I was 315 and losing all this weight and putting on all this muscle, like it was super fast. Like I was losing all this weight super fast and putting on this muscle super fast just due to, muscle memory and newbie gains, so it's just like I was able to do that. But then you start hitting this point where it slows down significantly because you are natural and it messes with you because it's just like you want this constant growth, like how I had it in the beginning, and I'm not getting that anymore. And as a human, it's like, it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep growing at that same rate, so it's like,
I get what you mean.
and I try to explain that to other people. Then they say the same thing, like, I get it, but it's still like...
Well, no, what I was going to say is if it's your job,
Yeah.
I mean, like if your goals align with, I want an IFBB pro card, I want to go to Olympia. And by the way, people that like actually take gear, like typically spend like 3 to 4 hours a day in the gym and their life revolves around fitness. That kind of sounds like you.
Yeah,
But no, realistically, it's a lifelong dedication if you're actually getting on and stuff like that. It's not something to take lightly, especially like if you're taking something like Tren or Anavar or, something a lot harder.
I think there's a lot of people that are taking it right
There's
now.
a lot of misconception around it. It has become a fad.
You find those people on like social media, they're just like pitting themselves. I'm like, oh my God.
I don't know. It's such a fad these days. I feel like fitness industry has really become a fad. And then everyone is like, oh, I got this. Like, this is the right way to lift. This is the right way to lift. No, like you're not maximizing your effectiveness. I take seismographs of my muscle trigger activity while I'm doing a lateral raise. And I find that a cable lateral raise put at your waist is 32%
You
more
do that or
effective.
Or
just fucking lift.
just lift heavy circles.
You're watching these videos and you're not even in the gym. You're not even lifting 6-7 days a week, you know?
Everybody's slightly different. You just have to like see what works best for you. And everybody kind of shits on the high volume. So it's like whether you're going 15 reps or you're going 6 reps. I think if you're pushing till failure on either or, I think you're going to get pretty much like the same result. I think people overthink how they lift.
It's about intensity.
Absolutely. Like you see how I lift. And it's not for like the camera or anything.
Not,
Like when the camera's off and it's just me and it's just me alone in the gym. I push till failure every single like set. And that's really how you grow. You're just breaking down those muscle fibers. And
like if you watch our gym vlogs or anything like that, like, and watch Jacob lift, it's very interesting watching him lift because it's very like almost over dramatic is what it feels like on camera, but that's how he lifts. I'm not even kidding. Like going to the gym for coming up on 3 years now together. You've lifted like that for the past 3 years, every single time, camera, no camera. I mean, it doesn't matter. Even when we go to vacation, you're still in the gym lifting like that. Like trying to get every ounce of it. So I don't know.
God, you're making me horny. Sorry.
Making me want to go to the gym.
Sorry.
I don't know. I definitely think, But that's it, Jim. This one's from DJ. Once you switch from a terrible diet to a clean one, did you have a moment where you had a past food or meal and reflected on why you liked it before and how much your taste has changed?
Let me give you a quote. Forgot who said it. Nothing tastes as good as being skinny.
Never heard that before.
No. Nothing tastes as good as being skinny. So that's a lie. Brownies are pretty good. I'm just no, but the thing is, going and changing my diet and going on the route of health and fitness and stuff like that, your palate changes. I actually used to hate chocolate.
Yeah.
And now I really like chocolate. It's really weird. Maybe it has nothing to do with dieting. Maybe it's just
taste buds changing.
Maybe it's just simply like my taste buds changing. So that's kind of hard to judge. But reread that. What was it again?
I guess it was talking about, because I know him, so I think what he was trying to get at is more of like, once you learn how to eat clean and like what your body needs, and once you like kind of change your taste buds to enjoying different things, once you get on, change your lifestyle and dieting habits and stuff like that, you learn to really enjoy your diet. Like, it's not misery eating clean. It's not. People are like, oh, I can't stand it. Like, I'm just eating salads 24/7. Go for it.
Yeah, no. So I've always been a big eater, obviously. But what's interesting is I don't obviously going and eating ice cream or brownies or like fudge cakes, whatever. Obviously, that's great. But my main thing when I was overweight was just simply overeating. Like, I could go and overeat like the healthy stuff. Like, I could go and overeat bananas and peanut butter. Technically, that's healthy, right? Healthy.
Yeah, for 180 calories a tablespoon.
Yeah,
but
right.
When you have 10 fucking tablespoons.
Yeah, my dog likes peanut butter.
So does my cat. A little gerbil. No, but when you literally have, over 1,000 calories in just peanut butter.
My problem wasn't really like the taste. It was just the sensation of just getting food down that's just how it was. I don't know if anyone could relate, but that's how high volume diet was just so effective. It was a statistic, but there's a lot of people. That's why people are overweight. It's not necessarily the food that they eat, but how much food that they consume, because most people would be down to go and eat chicken and beans and rice. Yeah. But if you're eating like 20,000 calories worth of it, but it's like, go and eat the high volume foods, just like track your calories and
And then like, I just want to say something to the people that are like, I like the way that my food tastes or whatnot. Yeah. I tell you what, your Big Mac does not taste as good as my smash burger on a fucking Blackstone.
And it's healthier.
Not even close. And it's less calories. And I can eat a bigger burger. It's no way. I don't know. I just find it very interesting that you're willing to go and pay $20 for a Big Mac, some fries, and a Diet Coke, or you can just make it at home, have more food, and have it taste better. Like, you can't play the card of, I like it because, healthy food doesn't taste good. That's not true. You just don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
And then you get a lot of people who use the excuse, well, I don't know how to cook. Do you have 2 hands and 2 opposable thumbs? Yes. It's called jump online, do some typing.
Yes, you guys gonna do it.
Find yourself some recipes.
Google, right?
Google.
How to
Cook. Easy. Throw it in a pan.
enter.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck up at first. You're gonna burn stuff. You're gonna you'll make some things that
It's like
don't
pancakes.
taste good.
Kids are like pancakes. The first one's always a fuck up.
Yes.
When your daughter gets old, I apologize. She just hates me.
Yeah, I know. She's like, yeah,
20
turns
years
out
down.
horrible.
20 years down the road. It's your fault, Jacob.
It's your fault.
Oh, my stomach is grumbling.
You're hungry. Always hungry.
No, I'm at like 1,700
kidding.
calories. I might have like a little, my like go-to spot is like 182. I love 182 for some reason. It's like 181 is like,
He's talking about his weight, by the way. Yeah.
You get to such a point where it's just like, do I want to grow and like eat a little bit more and just like grow? Here's the misconception. You could grow when you're in a deficit, because Sam Solik was even saying, I've done a lot of research. He says you cannot grow if you're in a deficit of calories. You cannot grow muscle. Yes, if you're at a certain body fat.
Yeah.
If you're like 60% body fat.
Yeah.
So that's where everyone was like, whatever. If you're at a higher body fat percentage and you're in a deficit of calories and you're working out, you will grow substantially.
Lean muscle mass.
Lean muscle mass in the gym. If you are 10% body fat and you're in a deficit of calories and you're lifting, you're probably just going to maintain. And anything lower than 10, you're probably just gonna like kill your gains.
You're gonna lose muscle mass.
You're probably gonna lose a little bit. You're gonna crash your testosterone.
Yep. Not only that, when you are bigger, like you were saying, the reason that you're able to put on the muscle mass while you're bigger is because you have all that stored fat, which is also considered carbs pretty much.
Yeah.
Your body's able to take from it. When you're eating in a specific diet and a low calorie diet and specific macros, your body's going to take the stored fat you have, use it as energy, and convert it back into energy to build your muscle mass.
So when people say, can you turn fat into muscle? No, but that's a great example of how it works.
You can use it, you can utilize fat in order to aid the process of growing muscle. But you cannot turn your fat specifically into muscle mass. And that's a common misconception.
Yeah.
Because all it is wording.
Yeah.
You can use your fat to help you grow muscle mass, but you can't convert it totally straight. You're not going to straight turn it into. Anyways, that's done and over with. We're a very good yin and yang because, especially for PeachFit, if you don't know.
Hold on.
Wait a second. You hear that? That was untimed.
Sorry.
Is that a horse? It's so majestic. Anyways, PeachFit. If you guys don't know what PeachFit is, it's our weight loss program that we both created together through losing weight along this journey together.
We have failed countless times losing weight. We've done all the diets under the sun. We've done keto, carnivore, protein shake diets. We've done it all. But we figured out the best way to kind of lose weight and put on the muscle mass. And we figured out that having a community of people will definitely
drastically change your success rate.
So it's like me having Aaron over here going to the gym every day and keeping each other accountable was just the best way to win this battle of weight loss. So
same thing. I needed Jacob in order to stay accountable. Having each other to go to the gym with and check in with and everything like that just really made it. And anyways, that's how PeachFit kind of started, is because we were doing it together and we're like, you know what? Maybe other people could do it too. They just need a little bit of help. So we ended up doing that. But anyways, together we both lost you lost like 130, I lost about 100 pounds. But back to it, I was gonna say we're a really good yin and yang, especially when it comes to PeachFit, because you're like the extremist when it comes to fitness.
To anything, really.
To anything, yeah. You're like gym. I'm trying to be super, super jacked. And then I'm over here and I'm like, I'm trying to go to the gym, maintain healthy, sustainable lifestyle and live, you know. And so it's very good yin and yang because you get both sides. Whatever your goals are and your priorities are, we accommodate both of them. Because you got one side of things that's like, I will tell you how to get absolutely insanely jacked. And then you got me over here. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you how to lose your weight, maintain a healthy, sustainable lifestyle, and be happy.
But that's majority of people want that. Some people want the absolute extreme too. So that's why we're good yin and yang. But that's just like one specific area in our life. Like, for example, like this is like totally kind of off topic, but but like little things like I'm so extreme with my diet that you were just saying, hey, let's like go take a trip.
Yeah,
And in my head, I'm like, I can't drink alcohol. Like I can't, and the thing, no, but I can't go and just drink because my brain, I'm like, I don't know. Because I'm really lightweight. It would take me a week to recover.
It's your job,
it's just my
bloating, your physique.
It's just not worth it in my opinion right now. And it's just like, but if I were to go, I would literally just be taking care of you guys, which is like fine. I'm totally down for that. So it's just like, that's why we're yin yang. You get fucked up, I'll take care of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
We're going to
Vegas in October. Okay. It's for something else. It's not just a party.
The 10th through the 13th, we will be in, so that's a while from now.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars.
End of the year, we'll be in Vegas.
Be at the Arnold thingy.
We'll keep you guys updated.
Mark my words. I didn't tell you this, but mark my words.
Got it.
PeachFit will be a sponsor for the Arnold.
1 year.
In 1 year?
No, I said 1 year, not like in 1 year. One day. How's that? Is that better?
One day, we will be sponsor for the Arnold. I would like that.
That'd be
cool.
Cool.
What do you say about that? What do you think?
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best. Oh, my stomach. This is the thing. This is the struggles. Like
I'm not hungry at all. Trust me. I'm hanging out with this guy over here.
Just sounds so good. I could go mess up like 3 cups of oats. Like water, 3 cups of oats, some protein powder.
Oh, that does sound good. Looking forward to our Friday breakfast. So good.
See, here's another thing about Fridays are our work days, like where we really work on like PeachFit and just like working on things. And in the mornings, he picks me up super early. We all have breakfast. We take the employees, we take everyone to breakfast. And I don't have breakfast. I just have my black coffee.
Yeah. And then he goes.
So it's like Aaron, gets his like
steak and eggs.
And, Dev is eating his food. I'm just like sitting there watching him. And I don't care because I've gotten so used to this. It's like another day. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and get like 99 lean ground turkey. And that's what I'm going to have for breakfast. Like that's dead ass.
Yeah.
That's how it is. But I'm just so driven to be the absolute best. Like I want to be the best.
Yeah.
I seriously I want to be the best when it comes to like, this might sound a little cocky. This might sound a little big eggy. But I want to be the best when it comes down to like the weight loss transformations. I want to be the best.
I think you have the best.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. I want to just push limits.
Need to do some abs.
Dude, that's some pretty sick ab pictures. They're pretty good.
Thirst traps.
Yeah.
Some thirst traps going.
Ah! They're looking pretty good there, huh?
Some crazy ab genetics. That's what Dev was saying. Dev was like, it's crazy how you have insane ab genetics because he's pretty lean right now and he can't even see any of his definition. And he's like, what the hell is this? He's like, I don't have any abs. And he's like, Jacob has an 8-pack.
Dude, that's the thing is like, I thought I had the crappiest genetics when I was overweight. You don't really think about genetics. You just think about losing weight because you think one step at a time. You're just like, I just want to lose weight. I just want to lose weight. I just want to lose 100 pounds. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But like, and I was like that for definitely a little bit. And then I'm like, I start seeing like a shoulder vein or something. Like through the weight loss process, I'm like seeing a little vein. I'm seeing like forearm veins. I'm like, and you start getting people complimenting like, bro, you got like a shelf chest or like, dude, you got like this going on, this going on, whatever, massive wiener, whatever, But, so you really like don't know what you have until you start losing weight and you just get so addicted. Like I'm so addicted to being like the best. I'm like literally it's an addiction. Like
Oh yeah, you're obsessed. You're obsessed with like fitness just as much as I'm obsessed with business and entrepreneurship. Dedicate my life to it.
Yeah.
Like it's all I consume.
So you understand
Oh, absolutely.
You're like,
I understand your obsession by far. Everything you do kind of surrounds
and it's bad because
goal.
We have the same kind of like mindset, but
just towards different topics.
Towards different things, yeah. And it's a very scary thing because I mean, what was I doing before fitness? I was playing video games.
You were obsessed with video games.
I was just loved video games and that's all I did. I just
18
played
hours a day.
Just game. So being like that isn't always great unless you could really take control and like find something that will benefit you in the future.
If you're able to find something that you're extremely passionate about, there is a way to do that as a lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
whatever it might be, like there's a way to have that as your job. And I will tell you though, sometimes turning a passion into a job gets a little hard sometimes, because sometimes you do have to remind yourself, sometimes it's not always enjoyable to do a job, but it has to get done.
You know what's weird is I watched this video yesterday and someone said, don't turn your hobby into a job. And it's so weird because I was watching it and they were like, you won't like give it like a few months, you're gonna like hate that hobby. And I'm like, I love it more than ever. I love like, so I totally disagree. I could see.
There's times where I'm like, I'm tired of this, you know?
Yeah.
But that's life.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times I wake up and I'm like, I just want to go back to sleep. Anything you do.
There was this morning, I was really tired.
I've been up since 3.
He does. I come in, I get the door right here. I'm like, oh, what's up, Aaron? He's like, nah.
I was here for like 2.5 hours.
Grinding away.
Before he shows up.
What was he working on?
PeachFit.
PeachFit.
Yep, that's it. But I don't know, because there's times like where you get tired. But I mean, that's life. There's times you get tired of going to the gym. There's times where you're like, oh, I really don't want to go to the gym today. But you do it anyways. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, cool, let's get it done. I'm excited again. Like you just have low days and high days. It's the same thing. Yeah. I think people that say don't turn your hobby into a job, I think they're afraid of failure, which you should be afraid of failure. I mean, great question to ask. What's a better motivator, fear or success? I think fear is by far a better motivator than anything else. If you're afraid of failing, then don't. You know, do everything in your power to not fail. Everything. And if you fail, ask yourself, did you do everything that you were humanly capable of?
Usually it's a no. Like a lot of people lie. You could definitely.
Usually it's a no. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people will be like, yeah, I tried.
Liar.
You tried, sure. You tried.
I can wake up at 2 a.m. I can wake up at 1 a.m.
Like you tried, but how hard? Did you give it everything? Yeah. Everything you had. Did you dedicate your life to it?
It takes sacrifices too.
It does, no, and that's it. And a lot of people aren't willing to make sacrifices. And I think that's a big one too, especially in today's society. You see it more and more. Being comfortable isn't going to get you anywhere. I mean, I just saw a video today someone was talking about how they're 30. They just hit 30. Life was confusing in their 20s. They didn't know what they were doing. They thought they would have it figured out by 30. 30 hit, has no savings account, doesn't have a house, no marriage, no kids, nothing, like no relationship. She's like, I'm just as mess as I was when I was, 25 and 22 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think that you can't be comfortable. You need to take those jumps. You need to take that leap of fear, because if not, God damn, you're only going to live once. Fucking go for it. Like, what do you have to lose? I think people are afraid of losing comfortability. And that's the big thing, is when you get comfortable with everything that you have going on, you're afraid of change. I think it's just very normal to be afraid of change. But think about it. Go and rearrange your room and tell me how you feel. You're going to feel fantastic. It's going to feel like you have a new sense on something. Whenever I'm like depressed or I'm in a down slump or something, I'll just hammer away at something, like change the way my everyday life is. And just as simple as you rearrange a room, you rearrange your living room, and it will drastically change your life. I promise you.
There's a reason why you're depressed or
stagnant.
You need to do something. You're not doing it. You've been doing the same thing and it's not working. It's just like, there's always a reason on why something is happening.
There's an internal.
There's always. So it's like when you're sad, why? Maybe even write it down. Like, are you stagnant? Are you not chasing your dreams? Are you losing weight? Whatever. Write it down. That makes things a lot better. Just having it all bundled up in your head. Like, for example, yesterday I had so many things I had to do, and I'm just sitting there on the couch for 10 minutes, and then I'm just oh my gosh, oh my god, there's so much, right? But then once you write things down, it gets a lot better, just because you're looking at it. It's not in your head, just bouncing off walls. So yeah, write things down.
Also, going back to the whole, I'm not saying that life is not scary. I think life is very scary sometimes, especially if you're a thinker. I mean, you can get yourself into your own little paradox and just overthink about everything and nitpick. And I'm not saying that life isn't scary, because it is. It's confusing, it's messy, it's scary. There's times where you don't know what the hell you're doing. There's times where you're not going to know for 6 months. There's times where you don't know if you're making the right choice. And that's life. There's nothing you can do besides make a choice and see how it turns out, and then go with those actions. Whatever it turns out to be, you just kind of go with. That's life. But I mean, you got plenty of time to figure it out. So don't even worry. But you can't live your life in fear of being afraid of failing.
Act on your emotions fast. By that, I mean, if you know that you're doing something wrong, don't wait, because like you were saying, that guy in his early 20s was like, oh, I'll have it figured out by then. But he just it's hopium. He's just like, oh, like don't probably it. Just figure it out. Time won't always fix itself. You could go out and change things and
then do what feels right to you. Really, like I do not know what I'm doing in life. I got no idea. Like, do you?
What am I doing?
Like, realistically, like
I think we have a goal. It's just and I've always said this: figuring out what your destination is a lot harder than knowing what it is. No.
Figuring out how to get there.
Figuring out how to get there is, I feel like, actually easier.
Really?
Because figuring out how to get to your destination is easier, because a lot of people, how many people do you know that are like, I just don't know what to do? Like, or just like, I lied to myself for so many years on what I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah.
But what I truly wanted to do, I didn't know. Do you really think, my father, for example, do you think he wants to be in the medical field? At the end of the day, that's not what you truly want to do. Even though my mom loves being in the medical field too, like she would much rather do something, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like I went down the right, like this is like what I was meant to do.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is like knowing your end goal on like what you want to do, like have a goal in mind. For me, like it's always been like a lot of goals that kind of tie into one bigger goal. You know, it's like for me, it's always been wealth. To achieve all the things I would like to do in life, like I want to travel, I want to have like, I want to go from both sides of the spectrum. I would like the ability to sleep in hostels and travel, but I would also like the ability to rent out a 5-star resort if I would like to, and live on both sides of the spectrum. No matter, how much wealth I do have, I would like the ability. I'd like the choice. Freedom, I guess, is like my big overall goal. And in society, you look around and I don't know, it takes wealth. For you to have the ability to choose, you need to have money. There's no choice.
It's nice to have choices.
It's nice to have choices. And that was my thing. But anyways, wrapping back into that, like you were saying, I have like a lot of goals. And I was like, okay, how can I achieve, like what's going to lead me to be able to do all of these? And I'm like, okay, wealth is going to give me the ability to do all of these. So I'm like, okay, so now I need to generate like a massive amount of wealth.
Yeah.
How do I do that? And then that's like, so now I have my goal. And then
I think you could break down that goal a little bit, because like my goal at the end of the day was like, it all takes money.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you have your little goals, like starting a family and like owning things, but like starting a family takes money, bro. So, So it's like, I feel like you're almost an idiot if your goal isn't to have like some kind of money. And it's just like, okay, break down that goal a little bit more. So it's like, we all wanted the money, but like how to get there. So for you, it was entrepreneurship or whatever. And mine was like, I wasn't sure, but like now I figured it out. You know what I mean?
So and so I get what you mean by breaking it down. And that's what I was saying is like, I broke my goal down into like, I started with my big goals. I really sat there and I'm like, anything I want in life, like really sat there and I'm like, what do I want? If I had the ability to achieve anything and do anything, what would it be? And I wrote my list and I'm like, okay, now, and then I backed it up to what's the one thing that's going to allow me to do all of this? And then it was wealth. And then I was like, how am I going to get there? And then that's where I feel like people don't have too hard of a time, like having an idea on what they want. But like you said, they're like, I don't know where to start. I'm lost.
That's where I'm getting at. Like,
but that's the hard part, is finding out how to get there.
Okay, so we're breaking it down a little different. Like I'm going towards like, okay, let's say somebody truly wants to be a nurse.
Yeah.
The destination to get to being a nurse is a lot easier than I don't know what to do with my life. Where do I even start? Does that make sense? That's the path I'm taking.
Oh, yeah. You're saying
like you have the destination.
Well, obviously you got to find your destination. Oh, go ahead. Wait, you have the destination.
You have the destination. It's just like, you just need to like figure out,
I think that's harder. I think figuring out the route to your destination is harder.
So, for example, being an RN, like, like I have to take anatomy, physiology, like that. Those are the hard parts for you.
Yeah, that's a job though. That's not like, you're breaking it down into like smaller goals.
That's what that's why we're breaking it down separately.
See, I don't go small. I don't do small. I do.
My wiener's small.
So it's mine.
Yeah.
Centimeter. Anyways, but like I only shoot for like really, really, really big goals. And that's my thing, is like, sure, getting like, let's say like you get a job, a 9 to 5. I want to be a lawyer. Okay, you go to law school, like very simple. But what I mean is like out of everything you want in life. What do you want? Mine was freedom. And maybe I just have like really massive goals. And mine was freedom. And I'm like, I just need an absurd amount of wealth. And then like, sure, I could do the same thing. I could go, okay, how am I going to get that wealth? Okay, I'm going to be a lawyer and make a lot of money, and then I'll invest for many years, and then I'll do that. So then I'm like, okay, now I need to start by becoming a lawyer. How do I do that? Then I go to law school. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing was like, my overall goal was wealth. There's a million ways to become wealthy. And that's what I mean is like, so then I feel like getting to that wealth is a lot harder than people think, because for you just fell into fitness because you enjoyed it. For me, how many things have I tried?
A lot.
I mean, a lot. I've tried a lot of things, and this is the one I enjoyed the most, and this is the one that worked. I mean, I've started multiple companies.
Tell them about that company right now.
Oh, skateboard. Yeah, no, like, okay, so we have hanging on the wall one of my failed companies. I've started multiple companies, and they've all failed. I went through a phase on selling stuff online. But I'm not very creative. And that's one of the things where Jacob comes into play, because I am not a creative person. I can design, develop, and implement structure and plan, but I can't create. I'm not a very creative person. So one thing I wanted to try was, I was really into skating when I was younger. I'm really into anime, some stuff like that. So I started sticker bombing.
You don't say.
I do have anime tattoos, yeah. Would I get another tattoo? Probably not. I'm probably not going to get another tattoo in my lifetime.
Really?
Yeah, I probably won't. I don't regret the ones I have, but it's not something that I seek moving forward in my life. I don't think I want more tattoos. Yeah,
interesting.
Very interesting.
Usually when you get tattoos, you want more.
Yeah, no. I mean, which is funny because I have like 8 of them. Now I'm like, I don't know if I would get more.
Maybe a little one on your forehead.
Yeah.
But go on with your story. I want to hear your story.
So I started sticker bombing skateboards, like the back of skateboards, started sticker bombing them, spraying them with a clear vinyl, and then like I would list them online and sell them, like just Facebook or Craigslist, little Snapchat, stuff like that, whatever. I was just like promoting it and doing it any way I can. I got a couple of sales, but what I found was like, the amount of labor, my pricing structuring plan and the demand for a specific price wasn't there. The demand for my pricing structure just wasn't there for the amount of labor to make money off of it. It was very labor intensive and tedious, so I'm good off that. But that was one of my failed ones, and so I kept a couple of the boards that I ended up sticker bombing and didn't end up selling. And I have one here on the wall.
Should we show them? We should show them.
If you want, it's total waifus is what it is.
We should show them.
That was very popular with the cults.
Any of you people? Look at that. I don't know if we could like really show this provocative, but yeah.
That's
you piece of shit. Yeah,
No. So stuff like that is a great example. Even at work, I keep failed stuff that I messed up on, stuff that I failed on. I'll keep whatever it is inside my toolbox that I broke, because it's a reminder of, even though you break and you fail along the way, those failures lead to success. I started an online dropshipping store, lawn mowing company. I started a second clothing company. I've started, 3 clothing companies now? And every failure you make teaches you so much. I don't ever see failure as failure. Failing is good, because if you fail, that means you can grow. And maybe it's a mindset thing. Maybe people, fail and they get really, really discouraged, and they're like, man, I failed, I'm not good enough. And then maybe that's the difference. Maybe you just need to fail, but instead of getting discouraged and upset by it, you need to figure out why you failed and look it over and tell yourself how you could have done better and actually learn from your failures. Are you learning from your failures? I don't know. I am, and I continuously see improvement month after month in my overall quality of life and everything else I'm doing. So I don't know.
I like that.
All right.
I like that. Well, you know what?
That's it.
I think
we're done. Oh.
We have protein powder. What is protein powder? Protein powder is great if you're trying to, lose a little bit of body fat, put a little muscle on. Protein powder will do just that. When I was losing weight, this is something I used daily. Alkaline is a fantastic company. They have fantastic flavors. Right here, they have the anabolic cereal. They have peanut butter and jelly. That was a limited edition. They don't have that anymore.
That one's good.
That one was-
Cinnamon Toast Crunch one.
Yeah, and then they have like
Cookie Collision. I actually just got that from my mom.
Cook-
She wanted one,
Yeah,
and so I got her one, and
Cook-
she was like, "This smells phenomenal."
Cookie Collision's phenomenal. It's the Girl Scout cookie one, the Cookie Collision. So there's a lot of different flavors. I'd recommend it. Code
Peach.
PEACH, code PEACH. It's a fantastic, just please buy it, I'm poor.
I have goals. You heard me this entire time. Start gaslighting them.
Please!
What's wrong with you? Anyways, PeachFit, we already talked about, so I'm not going to go over that again. I was going to say, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more. We do this just for fun. This is more of a time consumption. I think they're just kind of fun for us to do, and it's different, out of the zone. But if you guys like this, I mean, support, throw something, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and drop a comment if you'd like to see more of this, or if you have any topics.
Just like hand doing.
Yeah, Jacob's got the signs over there. And follow the rest of the socials too. If you guys want to see other content that Jacob creates, he puts out some of the best content I think any influencer really does.
My brother.
Ooh, that was crisp. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was crisp. That was a nice. Ooh. Jacob really does put out some of the best content. I just want to appreciate you for that because you put so much time into your content. It doesn't go unnoticed.
Thank you.
So
thank you. I appreciate everyone.
We appreciate you. Bye.